Alright guys, I'm pretty frustrated right now. Pretty frustrated because I just got basically informed on the news when it comes to Death Note. Death Note is returning. It's officially returning. And no, I'm not talking about simply manga, because we don't have any news on the manga returning. We got that little short mini series that we had with Death Note, which was a sequel to the original, but we're getting something more, something to watch on TV, and well, it's pretty annoying. So let's go over that and we can all be annoyed together.
Sensu beans, yeah, I need to regenerate. I'm about to go off like I'm the Avatar state, and I can say.
Okay guys, so Crunchyroll has just put out a new article. They've put out a new article talking about this new Death Note return to TV and what exactly is going on. So basically it all has to do with the creators of Stranger Things. Stranger Things is an awesome show. I like Stranger Things. I watch Stranger Things. I like it a lot. Okay, but guess what? I like a lot of things. Just because I like one thing someone does doesn't mean I'm gonna like the next thing they do. And we can go back to Avatar: The Last Airbender, the best cartoon ever made in my opinion. And I love that show. Then you go to M. Night Shyamalan, a movie director. He made movies like The Sixth Sense. He made movies like Split. I like those movies. Then he took something that I like, a director that makes movies I like, and then he made a show into a movie called The Last Airbender, and I hated it. Okay, I think we all hated it. So I'm thinking this is gonna be hopeful. I don't know. Anyway, let's just get into the article. They say Hollywood Newswire Deadline is reporting that on the heels of the massive success of the Stranger Things 4th season, the Duffer Brothers have branched out under Netflix to launch their own production company for new productions and adaptations. The new production label, fittingly called Upside Down Productions, will feature a new slate of productions, including a brand new Death Note series adaptation unrelated to the previous anime, live action series, and Netflix feature film. The new series is said to be an original take on the manga and anime franchise. With preparations underway for the final season of Stranger Things, we won't see the newly announced series for a while, but the fact that the Duffer Brothers are willing to take on the franchise in their own way shows that there's still life left in it. Viz Media currently handles the Death Note manga and anime and describes the series as Light Yagami is a genius high school student who is about to learn about life through a book of death. When a bored Shinigami, a god of death named Ryuk, drops a black notepad called a Death Note, Light receives power over life and death with the stroke of a pen. Determined to use this dark gift for the best, Light sets out to rid the world of evil, namely the people he believes to be evil. Should anyone hold such a power, the consequences of Light's actions will set the world ablaze. Okay guys, we're gonna end quote there. So when it comes to this, as you heard, the Duffer Brothers of Stranger Things, these are the creators of the show Stranger Things, a really good show. They're taking on Death Note for Netflix. And as you know, the last thing Netflix did with Death Note was so amazing, right? No, it wasn't. So basically, I haven't even watched the full movie of that Death Note movie. So I know some people are gonna say, oh well, if you haven't watched the full movie then you can't really judge it, can you? Well, the thing is, the movie is so awful and makes me so angry I can't get past like the first half of the movie. And it's like, there was a time where I didn't watch Death Note and then I watched that movie and I was like, man, this movie sucks, I'm not watching the rest of this. Then I watched the entire series of Death Note and watched even less of the movie because I was like, let me try to watch the whole movie now. I watched even less that time because I hated it so much. You would have thought Netflix would have learned their lesson. Maybe instead of taking the idea of Death Note and changing it into a completely different thing, maybe you should be faithful to the manga, to the actual story of Death Note. That's like, let me take some ideas of a book. We'll say Cat in the Hat. We'll take ideas of Cat in the Hat. And you know what? Instead of calling him Cat in the Hat, we'll call him Cat in the Boot, and basically he'll run around at super speed eating chickens. Like, it's like, great story, bro, great story. Like, we had a host, oh my gosh, I could go on and on and on about the stupidity of the Netflix adaptation. However, now they're like, oh, we'll get our very good people to work on the next stuff for Death Note on our streaming service because they created our most successful show, Stranger Things. Okay, but here's the thing. It says this new Death Note series, and apparently it's not, is it a movie or a series? It says, including a brand new Death Note series adaptation unrelated to the previous anime. Okay, unrelated, great. So we got Light Yagami in the original, and then in the first Netflix adaptation, we got, what was his name, Light Turner? He was awful, totally awful, terrible character. That was not Light at all. What are we gonna get now? Are we gonna get Dark? Like, oh my gosh, yo, this is just ridiculous. They say it's an original take on the manga and anime franchise. Here's the thing. If you want to make an adaptation on an anime, how about you be faithful to the anime? If you want an original story based on kind of like light inspiration of that, then just go make your own thing. Go make your own thing in the same genre. Don't touch this. You're just gonna ruin it and everybody's gonna get mad at you. It happens time and time and time again with literally every live action adaptation of anything manga or anime related. They literally, it's like you need to get people who know the source material and like the source material and love the source material. You can't get people to take on these properties and completely change it and think, oh, the fans will love this, they'll love these changes, they won't care. Like, it's like you have to make it faithful. Remember Dragon Ball Evolution? That was an original take on the anime manga story. That sucked. And Netflix is currently making live actions on a lot of things. On a lot of things anime related. They're making One Piece. Hopefully that's good because the creator of One Piece is involved in that. They are finished shooting the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series, which isn't based on anime, but it's anime like. Hopefully that's good because The Last Airbender was literally awful. However, guys, when it comes to this, literally, this is a announcement of Death Note's return, which would get everybody excited, but it's about an original take on the series that has literally nothing to do with the series. Why do we want something with Death Note that says it's unrelated to Death Note? What is going on? Do tell me. Anyway, guys, just let me know what you guys think. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.
And I can say that I'm great, yeah, I can say that I'm perfect. I ain't the one that was out here saving lives, I was purchased. Now we about to take you out if you try to act toxic. I'ma send you straight up to my main man, Kanjin.